Morning friends, welcome to Sharekhan pre-market view. Indian markets yesterday put on a 100-point plus gain on the indices, that is Sensex. After the auto shares actually jumped quite high. This was on the back of good sales numbers which were reported by few auto companies like Maruti, etc., which brought in broad-based buying in the entire sector. Also, metals was quite strong yesterday with Hindalco posting a 7% plus gain. In fact, the entire sector was up by about 2 to 3% after a good data which came in from China once the market started. This buoyed the Indian markets and they were up sharply yesterday. Even the US market saw a sharp jump yesterday night. Dow put on a 130-point gain, whereas Nasdaq was up by about 30 points and S&P by 13 points. This was led by good data point which came in yesterday. The US ISM manufacturing index came in at the highest point and showed that the manufacturing activity in the US expanded quite sharply. Taking cues from US market, Asia is trading largely in green. Most of the indices are up by about half to 1.5%. Even Singapore Nifty is indicating a positive opening by about 47 points at this point in time. So that's a huge gap up opening. If you look at flows, flows continues to remain robust. FIs were buyer of close to 856 crore in the cash market. They were marginal seller in the index future by about 47 crores. Whereas DII continued their selling speed. Yesterday the sell figure was quite high at 775 crores. That's all we have in terms of the run up now. How Nifty is placed from here after a gap up opening and whether this run would continue ahead of the budget. Let's have a view on Nifty from Salman.
Good morning friends, let's have a view on derivatives. Yesterday markets started the session on a positive note and markets continue to trade with a positive bias as buying was witnessed in many of the blue chip counters such as Tata Motors, Tata Steel, Mahindra & Mahindra and Maruti Suzuki, followed by other index components. And we have seen that in yesterday's trade, automobile sector as well as metal sector were star performers for the day, followed by banking, FMCG, and which supported the Nifty to continue to trade it positive terrain. And Nifty finally summed up the session at around 7662 levels with a marginal gain of 0.37%. In this period, we have seen that short positions were scored out by market players as around 3.15 lakh shares were reduced in open interest, approximately 6,000 contracts were reduced, and Nifty futures price increased by approximately 27 rupees. On the other hand, cost of carry also increased by approximately 25% from 3.56 to 4.45%, and Nifty futures premium also increased from 23 points to 27 odd levels. On the options front, PCR remained at same level 0.74, and in yesterday's trade, India VIX approximately down by 1% from 17.87 to 17.66. In the options matrix, we have seen that in yesterday's trade, 7,700 has seen reduction in open interest, whereas we have seen that activity shifted to 7,800, 7,900 followed by 8,000. Currently 8,000 stands with highest number of shares in open interest. We have seen that 62 lakh contracts are available in 8,000 call option. And in put option, we have seen that 7,500 stands with highest number of shares in open interest followed by 7,600. And like in yesterday's trade, as we have seen that 7,700 reduced its shares in open interest, which is positive sign for the market. There are two securities in bank period today. One is Dish TV, second is HDIL. And yesterday FIs were net buyers of approximately 1,000 crores in future and option segment. Our 5-day CMM stands at 7615. Lower range for the market would be 7,600. Higher range would be 7,700. And Singapore Nifty is up by 16 points, which is at 7725. So we may see a gap up opening in Nifty futures today. That's it from derivatives. Thank you.
Friends, let's look at important news and events which have gone by today. First, the actionable ideas. Ashok Leyland is the first idea. Now, Ashok Leyland reported its sales number yesterday. The company reported a 7% rise in its sales number to 6,970 units to 7,452 units, giving a jump of 7%. This is a very good number, and one can long Ashok Leyland on this news with stop loss of 36 for potential target of 38.5. Also, friends, Lavasa Corporation finally has filed DRHP and is looking to raise at about 750 crores. Now, as per sources, the company, which is the promoter company HCC, which owns about 65% in Lavasa, will dilute close to 20 to 25% during this IPO. This money would primarily used to retire debt of both either the Lavasa or meeting it infrastructure financing. One can long HCC on this news with stop loss of 47, a potential target of 50. Also, IBRCL has finally received a nod from the debt restructuring group for 7,000 crore of debt restructuring. Now, this is a positive news for the company, since now company would be able to raise fresh capital as well, which it has demanded from the banks in this CDR. One can long IBRCL with stop loss of 26 for potential target of 27.5. Moving on to watch list stocks where we have a positive bias with a day trading viewpoint. These are stocks like Fortis, Unitech, Tata Steel, L&T and HDFC Limited. Here one can keep a stop loss of 1.5 to 2% to trade in them. And stocks which one can short with negative bias today are JP Associates, Coal India, Hexaware and Arcom. Moving on to news section, yesterday IMF and the global rating agency Fitch has upgraded India's growth outlook for FY15 to 5.5 and for FY16 growth to 6.5. This is in light wherein it has deteriorated the global growth rates for most of the emerging market, including markets like developed markets like US. So that's very positive news for India. Also, Tata Steel with its UK operation, and there can be a job loss of about 400 employees being axed. Now, this is in line for most analyst expectations have on Tata Steel, as the demand recovery in Europe remains quite weak. The man who triggered a US investigation in Infosys earlier, that is Jack Palmer, has again come back and told that US investigation should be carried out on the visa practices, and has filed a complaint against the outsourcing company and some of the executives for allegedly wrongful termination of him. So this is a negative development which is sentimentally negative for Infosys. Also, Reliance Capital will buy a significant stake in the media company Prime Focus, and the deal could be valued anywhere between 300 to 400 crore as per media sources. And state-run oil marketing companies have increased the LPG price for non-subsidized cylinder by 16.5 rupee per cylinder, and also the ATF fuel prices have been increased by over 0.5%. So that's all we have in today's session, friends. Thank you.